Thank you for purchasing our holiday sugar cookie baking kit. We are so excited to be baking with you. Let's open our kits so we can get started. First, we will take out our powdered sugar, dry ingredients, butter, egg, and a mixing bowl with the paddle attachment. You can also use a hand mixer here. Soften your butter in the microwave for about 20 to 30 seconds or until it is just soft to the touch, but be careful not to melt it. Place the butter and powdered sugar into the mixing bowl. Place in your mixer on medium speed for about 3 to 4 minutes or until the mixture is light and fluffy. Add your egg and mix for 2 more minutes. Once the egg has completely incorporated and combined, stop your mixer and scrape down the sides and center of the bowl just to make sure that everything is evenly mixed. Add your dry ingredients little by little with your mixer on low speed. Once all of your dry ingredients are incorporated, your finished dough should be soft, but you should be able to form it into a little ball where it holds its shape. We are now ready to roll out the dough. You can roll the dough out directly on your table or countertop, but I like to use a silicone mat or parchment paper to help the dough not stick to the table. Regardless, make sure you lightly flour your surface. Start with a little piece of dough at a time and roll out the dough to be roughly 1/4 inch thick. You can roll the dough thinner if you like crunchier cookies, but this will keep them nice and soft and chewy. Using your cutters, cut out desired shapes. Any scraps of dough you have left over, you can add to the next piece of dough you roll out. That way, you are mixing scraps in with new dough. Place all of your finished cookies on a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. Now you can either freeze your cookies raw to bake later or bake at 325 degrees for 10 to 16 minutes. While your cookies are in the oven, we can prepare our royal icing for decorating. Let's grab our dry packaged ingredients, as well as 1/4 cup of warm water. Using the paddle attachment, place all of your dry ingredients in your mixing bowl and start to add some of the water, and we just want to add enough until the dry ingredients are moistened. We are then going to mix for 2 minutes. You can use any extra water to adjust for consistency as well. If it is too thick, add a little bit of water at a time. If you need to use more warm water than the recipe calls for, that's okay. Or if you don't need it all, then you don't need to add it. Once your icing is ready, make sure to cover the top of the bowl with a damp paper towel. That way the icing doesn't crust over or dry out. Fill a pastry bag with a scoop of icing and cut the tip of the bag just thick enough to trace an outline around the cookie. You are going to be tracing any parts of the cookie that you want to be that color. You can use other colors for your icing as well. Just add a few drops of food coloring until the desired color. Outline all other parts of your cookies as well. Once all of your outlining is done, you can add a tablespoon of warm water to the thick icing so that it thins out and becomes flood icing. Using the flood icing will fill in all of the outlines and make the cookie look nice and smooth and shiny. Test one cookie and just make sure the consistency is right, or you can add a little more water if the icing looks a little too thick. You can use a toothpick to help move the icing around into the corners. You can top the icing with sprinkles, coconut, or anything else you can think of. Let the cookies dry for at least 2 hours before packaging or covering. But of course, you can eat them right away. Cover in an airtight container for 3 to 4 days.